Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and welcome to my new daily driver, my new truck. I kind of hinted in the last video that I might be selling the truck that I've been using, which was my parents' truck. They bought brand new. It's a 2006 Dodge Ram with a TRX package, a very kind of unique thing because now the TRX is known as that super rugged off-road V8 beast. And back then it was just a slight off-road package, or really just a suspension package with a little bit more sturdiness underneath as well, and then a different type of rim on it. A couple other little features, but ironically, it was a single cab long bed truck, which was really cool because I was able to haul a ton of things. But the time came where that was starting to become non-dependable on a daily basis, and I do a ton of driving. So I started looking into other truck options, and if you guys don't know, trucks are through the roof when it comes to full-size trucks. And now they kind of make what they call a mid-size truck. They used to be, when I was growing up, a very small truck. And I looked between the Nissan Frontier, the Ranger, obviously the Toyota Tacoma, and I kind of stopped and looked at a couple other options, the Colorados, and none of them had the naturally aspirated V6. So this one here is a 2025. It's in tactical green, and we'll kind of go over some of the features. I am totally new to the Nissan platform. In fact, I'm pretty new to all new car platforms right now, but this has been out since 2022. It's got a 3.8 liter, which sounds pretty good when you do exhaust, which will be one of the mods I probably do. And it's got 310 horsepower, which is pretty darn good considering the size of this truck. So it's got pretty good torque, pretty good power, and I've been enjoying this now for several days. Wanted to do a video last weekend, but it just rained. It kept raining every day, so I finally got a clear sky so I could make a video for you guys and really display this color, because this is the reason why I bought this truck. I went and looked at a ton of them, and the cool thing is I wasn't in any crazy rush, so I worked a really good deal on this. And in fact, I had them order this specific package, and like I said, we're gonna go over what features I got on this truck, and from what I know, what's available just based on me looking around and doing my research. So this is tactical green, which is an upgrade, and it looks really cool. It's got like a light kind of military style green to it in the light, and then it almost looks like a forest green as it gets dark, or even in a cloudy situation, it'll look a lot darker. So right now it's got that beautiful green color to it. These are the standard rims that come on the Pro-x. So that's the other thing. This is the Pro-x. So it's a few steps up from their standard truck. And then you have a Pro 4X above this. So the Pro 4X is going to be your 4x4. So that's the difference. This does not have 4x4. This is just the two-wheel drive version with the off-road package. So Bilstein shocks. Believe it's a little bit higher, but it's got the step sides on it, and quite a few other really cool things, the colors and the sticker package. The interior looks a little bit different as well. I'm not sure if the front grille, but I believe the front grille is different as well. So this one has the standard rims on it. The upgraded rims were like $1,000 more, and they were like a beadlock, a fake beadlock look to them. And I liked them, but I didn't want to spend another $1,000 because I'm probably going to change these out down the road. But I do like these rims. These look great on the green. I didn't like the way they looked on a couple of the other colors, but on the green, they look great. They're all black and have the Pro Red sticker on there, and then your standard Nissan with the red, and I believe they call that lava red center cap. And that's kind of a theme of this truck, and most of the trucks that they're doing right now is that red color. They sit on 265/70 17s, which I like that. They're all-terrain tires. They ride good. They don't have a lot of sound to them. And like I said, I'm not doing really any off-roading. This is just my daily driver. So I wanted that mean, aggressive look, but still wanted the comfort of daily driving. These step sides here, they're a love-hate for a lot of people that off-road, but I absolutely love them. It's one of my favorite parts of this truck. They look mean, they look aggressive. They've got that bed liner paint on there, and it's a theme that I'm gonna be following. So I love that there's no chrome on this truck, which is always the thing I hated about a lot of trucks, is you'll get like these gaudy chrome bumpers, gaudy chrome grills as an upgrade. And this one went back to that kind of blacked out look, and I love that. I don't have to worry about the chrome looking bad. All the black just looks great even when you don't wash it, and this truck hasn't been washed yet and it still looks amazing. So we step back here, we've got 4 doors. I'll go ahead and open these up to kind of give you an idea of space and just how it overall looks. and we'll talk about some of these interior features. I do have the actual sticker for the car over there, which tells you everything about it. So I've got that. So we'll take a look at all the features that are actually on there and the price of the vehicle. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how much did I pay for this? So we'll get to that in just a second. But the interior, and this is kind of the theme across the board, it's that lava red. It's almost like an orange around a lot of the things in here. You've got stitching in here. You've got the Pro-x, which you would have a Pro 4X stitching on it if it was the Pro 4X. And you've got kind of the lava red stitching down here. And these seats are amazing. They're very comfortable. And it is fully electrical for the driver. You know, crazy adjustments, but just what you want, so things won't go wrong with it. And it's got the lumbar support. So very simplistic, but exactly what I wanted. And that is the theme of this truck. Everything is built to last, just like a Toyota would be, but at a much lower price than the Toyota, guys. So V6, like I said, which is a huge plus because no one's making that anymore. They're all making turbos, hybrids, all that type of stuff. And I wanted a naturally aspirated truck that I can work on forever, because I do want to keep this for a very long time. Obviously, power windows, power locks. It does have keyless start, which I didn't expect that. That kind of threw me off. Power mirrors, which is kind of nice too, so you don't have to try to adjust them when you need to adjust them on the fly. You don't have to get out and adjust them. You can adjust them from the inside. And then let's go over here. We've got tow mode, so if you're going to tow, and this thing has an incredible amount of towing. It's over 7,000 pounds. We'll see that when we go look at the features of the truck, the exact amount. This is easy buttons, guys. So like you're resetting your trip. It's just to lighten and brighten your dash there. This is your sensors, which you can turn off, which is amazing. You have a plug in the rear, and I think that's what that is for your bed plug, which we'll get to that too when we get to the bed of the truck. Cargo lamp, which obviously that's going to turn your lamp on in your bed, and traction control off, which all those are really cool because those are things you can just hit a button to do. Now, what's nice about this dash is you only have the screen there. You have your old school gauges here, which I loved. I cannot stand how everything went to screens that can break. I love having just an old school dash and the convenience of being able to flip through a small digital screen. I don't mind that. You've got all your easy buttons here for cruise control and your audio and all that stuff. And then a really big screen, and you can see it has Wi-Fi as well. So Sirius, all that type of stuff. Obviously Apple Play. And what's cool about that is you've got wireless charging right here, which is nice and convenient and a really good spot in this truck. I don't know if I don't think it's down here, but there's another little tray down there. Down here, we've got heated seats, guys. And that is pretty standard on the Pro-x, I believe. I know it's on that, the list of upgrades, but I think it's a pretty standard thing. On every one of the ones I looked at, it had the heated seats, heated steering wheel, which is amazing. And once again, that's your parking sensors actually right there. I believe this is your, maybe the sound of the sensors or cameras, because it does have 360 cameras. That's another thing. So I'll show you that here in a second as well. The passenger heated seat. You've got USB and a USB-C, which is awesome. And the old school cigarette lighter plug. So anything you can possibly need to plug in is going to be right here, whether you have old plugs, new plugs, that type of thing. Now your four-wheel drive, I think selector would have been here. The one thing we all hate right now is the auto on and off, but this has a quick button. So as soon as you start the vehicle, you just tap that and it turns that auto off. I'll show you here. Now it's on and now it's off. But in all honesty, out of any vehicle I've ever driven, and I've done a lot of rentals lately, this one is one of the smoothest I've ever been in. I won't use it, I hate it. But as far as smoothness goes, it's not like a weird start where it kind of jolts and feels like somebody just cranked up a freaking semi. This actually kind of goes on and off pretty smooth, so not too bad. I like this. I don't love it. The screen is nice and big. I don't mind it because it's not sticking up. It's part of the dash, and everything around it is nice and sturdy. You have a leather style, I want to say. I don't think this is leather. Dash cover here, which is really nice with the stitching. Looks really good. Old school big glove box, which I like, so you can store stuff. You know, a lot of things don't come with glove boxes anymore. They just give you minimal storage. Kind of a cool little cubby here with the little rubber pad. That is nice. I love the old school trucks type stuff. Sunglass holder right here. It does not have the garage door buttons, I noticed. I didn't see any of that even on the features. I didn't see any trucks that had that. Now, it does not have a sunroof. Mainly, you have to get the leather seat package to get the sunroof because it's all part of a package. One thing I definitely did not want was leather seats, and it was quite an expensive upgrade. A lot of the Pro 4Xs on the lots do have that, just did not like that. The one feature that I did not get because I could not justify it is the speakers. The Fender speakers are absolutely insane. I'm a speaker guy, old school system guy, and it's kind of scary how these basic systems, I don't want to say basic because the Fender one's got to be something really cool, can blow away some of the stuff we had back in the early 2000s. But to justify, I think it was $700-800 more, I can easily put a subwoofer and a box, or like a box sub and an amp for less than that, and it will sound really good. The stock speakers sound great because it's a modern speaker system, so not too worried about that. And like I said, you've got your Apple Play, your camera. Let's go to that. You can see the 360 camera. The rear view camera sucks. I don't mind that because I don't usually use that too much. I use it to see what's behind me, and then I still kind of use my mirrors and turn around. This is amazing for parking. You can see what's right on the side of you. You can see how close you're getting from the front and back, and I absolutely love that. I've never had that on a car, even the luxury cars I've had, so I am loving that. We will take a look at the engine at the end here, but let's go around. The other thing that this truck had that was not a deal breaker, but ended up being part of the package of the one that I found, or they found for me to bring in. So I wanted tactical green, I wanted the tow package, and this one had the black accent package, which was really cool. Not worth what they put the price down as of like $600, but it's got this vinyl that's a very unique vinyl, and I love it. And then it's got the blacked out letters in the rear and a black tipped exhaust. Outside that, I don't think there's anything else, but I love it. I love that vinyl there. It just kind of sets this truck apart from all the other ones on the road. So let's go ahead. Your rear seats here, and the rear seats obviously will fold down. You don't have a whole lot of room. Let's see if I can grab this and pull it down. Okay, so they pull down like this. Now it's kind of weird because they do hit this, so you got to move the seat way up to get these to fold flat, but they do fold. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I'm gonna get my knee up underneath. They do fold up like this and out of the way. I'm not even sure how it kind of clips in, but they do that for extra storage underneath here, as well as things you can fit in here. And there's quite a bit of room once you do that, so that's kind of nice. And here is our window sticker here. So we'll kind of go through this now. Nissan has a great warranty too, and I was able to extend that. So they do a 2-year scheduled oil change, which comes with it. I'm going to be changing my oil a lot faster, so I will take advantage of that. But I'm guessing it's a 15,000 mile type warranty. And then 2 years, 24,000 miles. So I'm guessing maybe it's 12,000. They probably change it. And then 24,000. That's my guess on that. Outside that, they've got a 60,000 mile drivetrain. I extended all that to 120,000, 10-year. It was a 5-year 60, and they have a 36-month bumper to bumper. And if I'm wrong, make sure you just comment in the comments below and let me know, because that's just what I knew from talking to the salesman, and that's what I've been filled in. Like I said, 3.8 liter, 310 horsepower, 281 foot-pounds of torque, and that's plenty for this truck, guys. I think that's a great engine for this vehicle. 9-speed automatic, shifts very smooth. And then you've got, with the Pro-X, the Bilstein off-road shock. So very, very comfortable ride. And it's got that nice suspension package that you can modify. And we will. We're going to put a small lift on this, nothing crazy. Then, like I said, it's got all of these different things here. I kind of went through a lot of this. These are just your safety and security here. Audio, I went through a lot of that. It does have the 6 speakers, the USBs and all that. And what do we got here? Comfort and convenience. So I kind of was going through some of those just to give you guys a look. It does have the keyless start and all that stuff. These are all standard, I'm guessing. 17-inch Pro alloy wheels, which were standard. The all-terrain tires. LED fog lights and all this type of stuff. The lights are really nice up front too. And the towing capabilities, I'm not sure, it says C manual, but I know it's over 7,000 pounds. I did do some research, and the salesman, which could be wrong, told me that as well. So your base price on this truck, just so you know, is $38,470. That should be the base price on any of the trucks from what I've seen. And then you've got the Pro Convenience Package, which is your tow package, your bed liner spray, the railings. We're going to take a look at that in a second. It's a really cool package. That was a have to have for me. I would not buy the truck without that, and I would not buy the truck without it being the tactical green. I just fell in love with this color, and I wanted it really bad. And they didn't have any at the dealership I went to, and they were the better dealership. So I had them bring one in, they matched prices, and they ended up killing the price for me, which was awesome. Heated mirrors, which is really cool. I forgot to mention that earlier. I noticed on the mirrors there's a little heater thing on there, so you have heated mirrors. I'll never use that. It does not snow out here in Florida, but we use the heated steering wheel and heated seats when it gets real cold out. Trailer hitch, wire harness, all that stuff is part of this Pro Convenience package for $21.90. Totally worth it though to have all that done from the factory. So you have everything in there: spray-on bed liner, the utility rack, all that stuff's great. Off-road step rails, like I said, I saw that on every one of the Pro-X trucks. But I'm guessing you can get it without it because it's $870, but it makes the truck look the way it looks. The Black XM package, $660. Sorry if I'm not able to focus on that. This is kind of a hard little sheet to focus on, but $660. Would I ever buy that? Absolutely not. But I got them to come down so much on the price, and this is the truck I wanted. Premium paint, $425 for that tactical green. Electrical tailgate lock. I think that's pretty darn standard on the Pro-X. I didn't see one without it, and that just means when you lock the vehicle, the tailgate will lock. USB charging kit cable, which is kind of a joke. I didn't realize that I had to pay $90 for that, and it's in the glove box. Carpeted floor mats. So I got them the, I don't know if I got them to throw in the rubber floor mats, but it was where my negotiating tools. I don't know if they come with them standard, but they did put the carpeted ones that came on our sheet in here. And so I've got those as backup, which I'll probably put away. And those are $215, guys. Now, this is the one that I laughed at the most, the mud flaps for the Pro-X, which I don't think you can get it without, is $275. Destination, that might range from dealer to dealer. So $45,060. Now, do not let that fool you. There are quite a bit of rebates, and they will come down on price. I got them to come down significantly. Not going to give you exact numbers, but I was closer to $40,000 out the door. So significant drop, because you got dealer fees and all that get put back in there. And the mileage. So if you guys are wondering, for anybody who's looking to daily this, I've been averaging around 20 around the city and the highway. And I think I can get up higher if I had more highway. I was doing a lot of city. And they have the crash rating. They don't really have much about it. I don't know if this is a safe vehicle or not, but it doesn't do great on the rollover. But I've seen a lot of people take this thing off-roading and rave about it. So I am very excited about this truck. Now let's go into some of the things that I'm gonna do and some of the this feature. So this accessory package, or I mean this convenience package they call it, sorry. So the convenience package is your tow. So you got that tow capabilities right here where you can stick in your ball, and you've got the tow lights already installed, the both styles here. That's part of the package. And then you've got your spray-on bed liner, which is a really nice spray-on bed liner. I don't know what they use, but it is done very well. You know, it's very nice, obviously factory, so it's done extremely nice. And then you've got these rails, okay? And those rails you can hook up a lot of things to, and you'll see I've got this bar here. So this bar I did buy used, and it is a little beat up, but we are gonna paint this with our truck bed liner to match the whole theme of this truck. So I'm excited about doing that. On the next video, we're gonna add some really nice lights to it, because I'm always loading stuff at night or in the early morning actually. And the more light I have, the better it is, because I'm loading stuff at my coffee shop, which is kind of on a back street, and I got to go into the back area, and I really want to have that for safety as well as just the capability of seeing everything around me. So I added this. This is not a roll bar, but it gives you the look of a roll bar. I love it. It has the Frontier look. Now, when I got this from the guy, he had taken these off, and the bolts had seized up in here because this is all aluminum. And I have to drill those out. So these three right here, for some reason, no matter what I did, I could not get them out. The rest of them I was able to get out. So I'm just gonna have to drill those out and retap them into there, and we're gonna paint the whole thing, like I said. So that's gonna be a really fun project. And then I got a tonneau cover. So I got the tonneau cover sitting over there. We'll take a look at that as well. And we got to modify. So a lot of people have done this. A lot of companies have done this with that roll bar, accessory bar, whatever you want to call it. And it does have an LED stoplight, an LED light that comes down here too. It's not a real bright light. That's why I want to add the extra lights to it. But it does have that. And there are LED lights in the truck bed that are really cool. They don't light up the entire truck bed, but you know, if you had your tonneau cover on there and you need to see something in there, I'm sure it would help. So you've got this, which is cool. This little accessory plug right here. these hooks right here. So you got lots of really nice features. The downside is a 5-foot bed. Now they do make this with an extended bed. I did not see a single one of those. And I'm guessing they draw a pretty penny too, probably quite a bit more. But that would be really cool, the 6-foot bed as opposed to the 5-foot bed. So that would be a really cool feature to get. So any of you guys who are looking know that you can get an extended bed on these. So that is a must for you. Then you can definitely get that. So let's go ahead and pop this hood. Oh, and this is the tonneau cover over here that I got off Amazon. It took one day to come in. And these are the lights I got from Harbor Freight with the wiring kit that we're going to add to that. So that'll be very soon. Oh, really cool is these tow hooks that are standard on this truck. So they come in lava red and really stand out. And like I said, the 360 cameras, I didn't show you guys those, but you got your front camera here and your mirror cameras are right up under there. So they hide them really nice. They don't look cheesy. They don't stand out and they just kind of blend in really well. So let's go ahead. Standard hood pop, which is expected right there. And I believe this has a prop too, so you don't have to worry about springs going on it, but I could be wrong. I only opened it up one time. Oh, yeah, it is hood shock, so not a prop. My bad. But this is your V6 engine. It's nice and tidy in there. Not a whole lot to look at because it's a modern engine, but it's quiet, you know, when idling. Like I said, you put exhaust on this thing and it does sound pretty darn good. The modification, so now that I mentioned it, the modifications that we're going to do to this truck over the next year, we're going to do a small, probably 2 to 2.5 inch lift on this. And it's really called a leveling kit. That's what we want to do. Just in case I want to upgrade these tires and I might upgrade the rims. I don't know. I really like these rims. I'm starting to really like them. So I may just upgrade the tires to a little bit bigger tire. And you need to have that little extra lift. And you might need to cut a couple things up in the wheel well to fit those tires. But we'll tackle that when we get to it. I do want to do a roof rack. I mentioned we're going to be putting the tonneau cover, modifying that, the lights, and modifying those into it, and painting the accessory bar here with the truck bed liner. And then down the road, we're probably going to add some more lights to it. And that might be about it. So we're going to kind of play it by ear and go that route. Now, this truck did come with tinted windows that are perfect. I like the tint. The tint color on it is exactly what I would want. It's really easy to see at night, but does have very good protection. I'm guessing they use a full ceramic tint because nice and cool in this truck. The advantage of not having leather seats, which I did not want. These cloth seats are absolutely amazing. They are very comfortable. The downside to this truck is going to be the passenger side stuff, and the back seats are not massive. So, you know, you kind of deal with that with the mid-sized truck. Pretty much across the board. I'm pretty sure all the mid-sized trucks kind of have that problem. So outside that, we're just going to make this thing look aggressive, really look like an off-road beast. And I will be utilizing and using most of the accessories that I add to this. Obviously the tonneau cover, the accessory bar, all that stuff are going to go to use. If I put a roof rack up there, we do have kayaks and stuff like that. So it will go to use. It's not just going to be a garage queen. I use this truck every day, and I want to use it more on the weekends too. So it will go to use for some of those adventure type trips. Outside that, guys, I know I missed some things definitely. But if you have any questions about this truck, I've only put a few hundred miles on it, but absolutely love it. Love the power, love the storage, love the comfort of this truck. And the gas mileage, like I said, is pretty darn good considering. Once again, guys, you have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I'll catch you on the next video.